All right, so 9.2, solving two-step equations. The first thing you're going to do is combine your like terms, if you have any, and then you are going to isolate the variable. So this is number one. So checking for like terms, we don't have any. So what I'm going to do is I think of this like following order of operations backwards. So you think PEMDAS backwards, start with add or subtract. So I'm going to isolate the variable. So I'm going to leave my variable alone, and I'm going to add or subtract this 5. So I have to do the inverse, which is subtract 5. And I'm going to show my work. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So x over 2 would equal 6. Okay, so this is like x divided by 2. So I need to do the inverse, which would be multiplied by 2. So I get x equals 12. Okay, number 2.
All right, 6th grade, S through U.
So the first thing I'm going to do is keep x there, and I need to move the 9. How would I move the 9? Subtract it. So subtract 9 from both sides, and I would have 5x equals 15, and then I need to divide by 3. By 5, I'm sorry. So x equals 3. Okay, I want you to try number 3. All right, so first thing I would add 4, and then I have 4y equals 20, and then divide by 4, and I'm left with y equals 5. Okay, number 4. So I'm going to keep the variable there and isolate it. What would I do first? Add 7 to both sides. So negative 1 plus 7, you would get 6 equals z over 3. And then I need to get rid of the 3. How do you do that? Multiply both sides by 3. And then I have 18 equals z. Okay, number 5. Okay, what looks different about number 5? What? They both have variables. What do I need to do? Combine my like terms before I even start. So I need to do 7x minus 4x. What does that equal? 3x. So 3x equals 21. And then now it's a one-step equation, and I would divide by 3 on both sides. So x equals 7. Okay. Number 6. You don't need to write all of this, but a lot of times in math, we use the variable x to represent input and y to represent output. So an example of this would be if I say find the input of a function, you're looking at solving for x because x is generally the input and y is generally the output. So this is an equation written out in words, and we're going to put numbers to it, like put it out in numbers. So the output of a function is 3 less than 5 times the input. So input means X, output means Y. So what do we usually start with? Y equals 3 less than 5 times the input. So what am I going to put with X? 5X. And then what's 3 less than? Minus 3. Okay, so then if I scroll down, find the input when the output is 17. Where am I going to put 17? For Y. So 17 equals 5X minus 3, and then I'm going to solve that. So this is just a two-step equation. Add 3, you get 20 equals 5X. Divide by 5. 4 would equal X. Okay, so I know the wording can be confusing. Some of you really don't like having to translate the words into numbers, but just remember input is X, output is Y. So this is number 7. So we're going to do the same process. The output of a function is 7 more than twice the input. So start with your output. 7 more than twice the input. Peyton?
2x plus 7.
Yes. Okay, and then find the input when the output is 13. So I'm going to put 13 in for Y and solve for X. So X should equal 3. Okay. Number 8. The output of a function is 8 less than negative 3 times the input. So the output of a function is 8 less than negative 3 times the input. Yes. Okay, and then find the input when the output is negative 23. So negative 23 equals negative 3x minus 8. So in this problem, I would add 8 first. And I would have negative 15 equals negative 3x. And then divide by negative 3. So x equals 5. Okay, I'm going to have you guys try number 9 on your own. All right, what did you get for your equation? Y equals what? Go ahead. Yep, 5x plus 12, and then my output is negative 8. So what did you get when you solved the equation? X equals what?
All right, my last group is 6th grade.
Okay, so what did you get for X? Negative 4. Yes, that's correct. Okay. And then your homework assignment is worksheet 3.2.